what are we looking at? Well, I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna have for a title. It's gonna be one of the does it mix things. I've got something, and it just doesn't seem as good as the possibility of these two. So that would be the wood-aged bitches brew from Dogfish Head and the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. One of these is yeah, I know, Mr. Holster. Get your shit together before you turn the frickin' camera on. This is a stout brewed with honey, and I want to say it was 6-something%. Or maybe we did this before and it's not on here. It's 8. I'm just gonna go with 8%. I don't really care. It's 8. Okay, it's 8. And this one is 8.2. So you know, this is an ale aged in oak bourbon barrels. So one is aged on wood, one is aged in wood that had whiskey. Yeah, and what should I use for an opener? I don't know. Let's just do the mystery thing. Well, it works. I think these are illegal in California. That I got from the real Cobra Burnout, not that fake guy. Actually, the fake guy does better videos, but you know, what do I know? I'm just kidding, Cobra. Just kidding. Okay. First the bitch. And then the ale. And this qualifies as one beer. That's because it's in one glass. I know I'm selling myself short on this one. So yeah, there you go. Actually, it smells more like the bitches brew than it smells like a mix of the two of them. Cheers. Ooh. I actually kind of like that. To be honest, I kind of like that better than each on their own. Because I had a couple of these yesterday, and I had one of these the night before. I carry one. The package from Brownells came today, and now I know a 1911 is a 1911, and I tell you, there was, and I probably don't have to tell you this, maybe you could have told me about it so I would have had less shock. There is a considerable difference between the stock spring and the heavy-duty one from Nolan Arms. That thing looks like a garage door opener spring compared to this one. And the kind of cruel. I should have shown how it was done, then that would be assembling a firearm. New YouTube rules. In theory, that spring is so stiff, I was kind of wondering how the gun was working in the first place, Rich. This one was, I would say, 1/4 of an inch shorter, more tightly wound, And if you, if you understand the principle behind the firing pin spring, is the firing pin spring is basically just returning the firing pin so that it's ready for the next shot. So the only issue that I could possibly come up with is the cycle rate on a 10mm pistol is faster than the cycle rate of a 45, but now I Carry One told me that this is the first thing that he does to all of his 1911 style. So now I'm just down to shooting it, because I would think there would be a lot less resistance on the firing pin going forward with the Nolan spring in there. So I guess we'll see. On the other hand, I have talked to, this was before Mr. I Carry One, before he suggested putting this spring in here. I had contacted the Big Cheese at Rock Island, and he remembered me from working on the single stack, and he's just like, I'm going to have my guy Paul get a hold of you and put an order in, and just send it on in and we'll get it working correctly. I haven't responded to that. I probably will let that Paul know. I might skip saying that I've altered the gun in any way now that I've done gunsmithing on it. I hate to void the warranty or something like that, but I want to take it out, because between being well lubed and the recommended by I Carry One, that spring in there, I mean, as long as the firing pin is able to get back to where it's supposed to be, you also got to consider, the recoil and all the above. So I'll just shoot it, see what happens. If there's still some kind of an issue, I'm just going to pony its ass back to Rock Island. Maybe they'll swap out the front sight for the one that they put on the single stack. It's it's still a fiber optic, but it's just that other one collects a lot more light. Okay, into the fun. Who is the last to mouth off, Joey or Aunt Keck? Well, Mr. Holster, that'd be you. First was, that was on the 200th anniversary. First on the sweet potato was Aunt Keck saying first, Ed saying second, Ben saying second, being wrong. Actually, Ben, you're third. Then you screwed it up for everybody. Aunt Keck, sweet potatoes, souffle. Damn. Yeah, that was a good beer. I might, if I see another one of those, I'd get another one of those. Gillian saying third, and then correcting himself. Gillian saying fourth. Love me some sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. Rich Huff, here, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Ed, sweet taters. Oh my, I'm hooked. Smile Money, 11th. Aunt Keck, you guys hear about the lady who drove her car into the building of the Broward County Sheriff's Office, then setting herself on fire today? Probably, yesterday? A day ago? No, actually, I did not. I might have to look that up. Speaking of sweet potatoes, Mr. Holster, 8th. One to comment says, Mr. Holster, 230, interesting brew, not to my liking, almost likely, but interesting, or most likely. I don't know, it's got booze in it. How could you go wrong? Wade, the cap looks nothing like the brew girl's boobs. Ed, the brew babe is awesome, cheers E, you sexy beach. Yeah, this is working out. Ed, another excellent review, Brother E. You speak of bent paddle double black and blonde is also faves of mine. They do make awesome brews. Yeah, I think you've actually had that one. Rich Fumaster 212 here from work. Johnny Concho, I was here right to the end. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, turns out that was the second to the last brew review ever. This is the actual last one. Fumaster 2, I caught most of this on my way home, and most always listen, watch the entire review. Now sometimes I do miss a little bit, but that's rare. I appreciate. I mean, trust me. I've had this conversation with you guys, and every single time they're short, I get more people bitching when they're short, which beats me. Okay, if you got time to watch an hour-long brew review, I don't. I haven't been able to find time to do shit lately. Actually, I have. I usually throw the phone on and at least get an opportunity to listen to some stuff. You know, like one of Steve Bush's brew reviews, or some of the news guys. The name of his channel is about a mile long, and he's one of these guys that's something like Sixpence Axe Handle something. He's always wearing a leather jacket and no shirt on, so you can, he's Mr. Cool. He's got long hair. He looks like your typical, almost your typical libtard, but he's not. He considers himself a libertarian, and his viewpoints are so spot on. And he usually puts up a couple videos a day. And the one that I listened to was about YouTube and its policy towards gun channels. And I had to agree with him 100%. They're not going to accomplish YouTube isn't going to accomplish their goal. As a matter of fact, they're probably slitting their own throats. I mean, it's not like the gun community is the end all, and when we're all gone, there's going to be nobody over here. That's bullshit. They'll probably be able to do it. But I just want to throw this out there. And to show how serious I am, Smile Money, it's going to be one of those rare times that I mean, you might be able to tell I'm not pissed off. I'm not anything. I don't even plan on using any profanity to tell you how I feel about YouTube and their change in policies. The bottom line is, and I've listened to a few people, and I've gone and looked at a few of the middle to bigger channels, and they're starting to pull videos down. Maybe I just didn't do the right search, but in case he didn't, I apologize, but like Such, I couldn't find any of the Poly 80 stuff on his channel anymore. And I watched Matt, Never Enough Ammo, and he basically went into talking about an email that he sent out to YouTube to make sure that this and this was okay, and he was telling you better go into your account and start pulling videos down so that you don't get your account shut down. And I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. To me, that is another version of getting on your knees. I would rather die standing and fighting as opposed to on my knees. And to me, to pull videos, there is nothing on either one of my channels that is illegal. Once again, it falls under exactly what I said the other day. Be proud of what we are, and our founding fathers, and the Second Amendment, and the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and our history leading up till now. Because as far as I'm concerned, I can't say that history will prove us right, because so far history is sort of repeating itself, and people are so stupid that they don't get it. But I believe that if the lies, the manipulation, the propaganda, and the BS is allowed to happen, eventually there'll be nothing but regrets. If people are so stupid that they openly give up their firearms and their ability to defend themselves. Again, I don't care if you used words that could be seriously misconstrued. We do not have the right to bear arms so that we can go hunting. We do not have the right to bear arms so that if somebody kicks in the front door, I mean, granted, our founding fathers factored that in to be able to defend yourself, but the biggest reason was to make sure that a tyrannical government, which is exactly what these people like Nancy Pelosi, the Obamas, unfortunately, some of the easily manipulated Republicans are falling for. That gun, this gun, was so that if our government got out of control, we, the people, would go remove them from office. If they didn't want to go willingly, then we're going to put a fucking cap in your ass. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear right there. It's not there for hunting. It's not there for that. And if Google and YouTube want to be part of the manipulation, then it's a sad thing. But if that's it, then at least for me anyway, the YouTube days will be coming to an end, because I am not going to pull down any of my videos. If I showed somebody how to properly put a trigger springs into an AR and it helped them, then so be it. There is absolutely nothing illegal about buying a polymer 80. That's not it. Gotta get the right the Glocks. There is nothing illegal about being able to buy and build this. Which means there is nothing illegal or not sociably acceptable about me showing people how to do that. So if you feel that you need to get rid of me and my channels, then it just shows exactly what Google and YouTube are truly made out of. And just like, and I can't remember the name of the guy, like I said, it's a mile-long thing. What he is going to do is he's going to empower us to go somewhere else, and that would be, as of right now, unless I do have stuff at Mr. Holster it was one of the places, and their uploads were so BitChute. The uploads suck. The speed sucks. There's nothing I liked about it. The Gun Tube, things seem to be better. I do have an account for ebomey, and I did start an account for the Brew channel. I mean, I don't care. I probably show more guns over here than I do over at the other channel. So whatever. But I tried uploading the 48 minute of the sweet potato, and after 2 attempts, I got nothing. So this one I'm shooting for this one being smaller. I might even edit it in a smaller format. I think they say so much size or an hour or less, and I believe it's the size of the file that I went over, and it'd be nice if at least brought up a thing saying, hey, the file size was too big, because it was hard enough trying to figure out how to do a banner. Everything you did pops up saying, it needs to be this or this by this, but this by this are like 2 different things. One's one size and one was pixels, but I finally figured out that if you make it like 600 by 480 or 480 by 600 or whatever the hell the right combination is there, then you can do your banner on back. I watched Mule Team, Steve, I watched your video this morning, and I'm going to do the same thing that Steve did. This is rendering, or anytime I have a moment, I'm going to go to the Gun Tube, and he said there are 17 pages of people over there as of right now. I'm going to look through there. I'm going to try to find as many people that shared the same name, like Mr. Holster, the Real Cobra Burnout, Mule Team 66. Anything that I see that I recognize, or maybe even stuff that I think is cool, I'm just going to go sub and try to help build that community. Hopefully we can maybe keep that one rolling. And do what you gotta do. If you feel that you need to pull videos down so you can stay here, but the bottom line is exactly what me and Christine were talking about. This is not fun anymore. YouTube is not fun anymore. I remember when VidMe was working. Hell, you guys that were watching the videos that I was putting up on VidMe, it was like, it was fun. It was like, you know, you could have naked chicks in back. You could have this, and you could have that without, I mean, YouTube is like a micro version of our government. They just feel that they have to manipulate us and crawl up our ass, and it's honestly, it's not fun. The reason that I'm not pissed off and swearing and shit is because other than you guys, the people that interact with me, that I consider you my friends, and a large number of you guys I've had the pleasure to meet in person, and there's so many of you that I know if we had the opportunity to get together, that's what's important. But the fact is this, I will still be able to go on doing this, and it'll just be somewhere else, and it'll be a lot more fun because it won't be YouTube and their BS. This is just, honestly, it's not fun anymore. So that's why I'm not pissed off. I'm not pulling anything down. If YouTube and one of you hypocritical libtards watch this, go at it. Go at it. I mean, you know how many people? I mean, I heard some of the first channels that are probably going to get axed are the like reloading channels, because you can't show how to assemble a firearm. Oh, you can't show how to make ammunition. Oh my God, all that evil stuff. But you can go watch a video of a woman blowing paint eggs out of her, completely naked, and she's blowing paint eggs out of her vagina in public, and that's okay. But I can't show you how you take this Poly 80, you got the jig and all that, you drill all the holes. Here, I'm showing you how to do it. And you definitely can't tell people where they can go to find good deals. Like, for instance, if, say, pick a place, ebomey.com, they've got a great deal going right now on Smith & Wesson M&Ps. You can get two of them right now, for like $10. You know, you start doing that, and that's also a no-no. You know, heaven forbid, YouTube. You know, I used to be able to look up everything. And Christine was talking to her, one of the security guards today, and he was like just pissed as all get out. He goes, he is not only, this is what he's basically doing now that he's sort of retired as a security guard at the hospital, but before that he is a security consultant and trainer, and his specialty obviously is personal defense and guns. And he goes, I'm not perfect. He goes, every time I wondered about something, I'd go look it up on a YouTube video, shooting stuff, loading stuff. I mean, how many people of us, you know, if I forget how to, what direction is the fire, what direction are the springs in an AR? What direction are those springs going on the trigger? Well, I'm not going to lie, I've gone back and had to look at one of my own videos. I'm just like going, I'm almost positive it's like that, but I hate to put this together backwards when the monitor's right there, and I can quickly look up a video on how to do it. But now, those channels are all going to go bye-bye because they're gun-related. Oh my. So, if it happens, it happens. So be it. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's when one door closes, another door opens. And how many of us, how many people hearing my voice right now would be so much happier if we were someplace being able to interact like this and it wasn't YouTube? that brew babe was, or has, all the right stuff. Rich again. I've never tried anything from the Glock store. Usually just get some goodies from Midway USA or cheaper than dirt. Yes, I do love a good deal. Laugh out loud. Another fine review, brother. Cheers. Thank you, Rich, my friend. Oops. Cadillac V. Where the hell you been? Here. Let's play a game. You can only keep 5 guns. What are they? God, I hate your game. I hate your games. I can only keep 5 guns. See, now, if I actually went through and looked at questions, I could save a lot of time by being able to just have those 5 already here. The JP Enterprise and the Mosin Nagant, so I've used up 2. The Smith & Wesson 1006, it's 3, so now I only get to keep 2 more. Shit! You suck! The Smith & Wesson 5906, because I absolutely love that gun, and the FN57, because it's on my side. JP Mosin, the 2 rifles, because I love the pistols, I had there isn't an AR in my lineup. If there was, it'd be the Justin gun. God. See, if I keep my Justin gun, which is the gun that everybody helped me build and is an AR, 3. Why didn't you say 6? Because then it's 3. It could have been 3 rifles and 3. I'd have to decide if I was running to the safe right now. I suppose I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna swap the my Justin AR for the. For the 5906. So that's the JP, the Mosin, my Justin, my first AR, thanks to so many of you great people, the FN57, and the 1006. Your games suck. Thank you, though. That's the kind of shit. Josh does a lot of those, and I actually look forward to a lot of those. I like and I don't like your game, Cadillac V. Hazman 440. I took a shit, came back, and you're still yapping. That means your shit wasn't long enough. Tardisius. French fried sweet potatoes with Michelob and a shot of Crown Royal would be fine. Cowbell. I can't do the Michelob. Christine has a bottle of Crown upstairs. If I want to upload this, I better hurry to the gun tube. Joey Cuz, your cowbell sounded a little limp. Thanks. My hollow point, blah, 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 blah. Get the girl's picture out of Woman Day magazine. I got that from, which girl even was it? I got that from Brad. Speaking of shakedowns, you're the king of shakedowns. Damn right. Oh, and just for you, Chuck, because I know you cannot resist. Joey Cuz, some people say you don't want to go over 40 or 400 lumens for inside the house because you may blind yourself if it reflects off a wall or a mirror. Some people say the brighter the better. Me personally, I just shine the bat signal. J-Dog here. And of course Joey's talking about that fucking awesome flashlight that the Pelican that I got from McLean. Oh, it's inside. And yeah, that was one of the things that I saw some of the LEO comments on, is that a super frickin' ass bright light does two negative things. Drains the shit out of your battery, and if it can't make it through an impossible entire night shift, it's useless. And like Joey said, it's I mean, I have been using it in darkness, and I would say it's twice as bright as it would have to be to get the same job done. Mr. Holster, I happen to like the Brew Babe tonight. Yeah, that's right. Me too. Mr. Holster, not a real blonde, however. That's okay. Mr. Holster, need enough lumens to burn a hole in a wall. That would be the other side of the argument that Joey brought up. Joey, oh yes, that Vampire Slayer was very good. Yeah, Joey, who tried to fucking blame me having some stuff at the bottom of my stairs, is fucking shit-faced and falls over stuff. I mean, if you actually walked and looked where you're going and weren't inebriated, then the fan that was at the foot of the stairs would not have been an issue. But after a bent paddle, a dragon slayer, and what else did we have? And some whiskey. We had multiple, like 3 or 4 10% beers plus whiskey, so I guess I will give them that. Real cool burnout. Prayers out for Ammo Head. I should try to get a hold of him. I mean, I realize that. I mean, he might be able to use his phone today. So, Joey, last brew review ever? ? Did you get predicted YouTube guidelines before everybody else did? No, I'm just Chuck hasn't sent his usual stuff, so that's just. Hey, you gotta you gotta walk a thin line. I'm trying to build a G20 race gun that I see in my brain, and if I told you what it costs per week to keep the brew channel going, well, some of you figure it out if you go buy craft beers. Jay, nice picture of my future ex-wife. I'm gonna hit the refresh button to see if there's any in the I Heart You club, and there's 2. Mr. Ulster, be nice to see you finish a brew. Been a long time. What? Well, I got something else I could talk about while I drink then. Smile Money, Joey told me to make a comment. Okay. And I'm not hitting the refresh button again. 34 minutes, which means I'm still a good candidate. I might try knocking her down to 720p just to see if that makes a difference or not. Mr. Holster, though. Oh, actually, I got a few things. One, I was going through the safe and trying to remember when the last time I cleaned a few of the ARs that are in there, and realized that the one that used to have the slide fire stock on it probably hasn't been cleaned in 2 years. I thought you might think this was interesting. Drinking will not be happening while this is happening. It almost looks like something I would actually buy if I was to do a battle-worn AR build. Actually, the camera is not doing this any justice to how it looks, but this AR has been very warm. I mean, the only thing I noticed, and I don't remember having any function problems with it, all 3 of the O-rings on the bolt had stacked up to the hollow spot. So it was like, so I moved all three of the gas rings around so that it wouldn't. But I actually think this looks kind of wicked. But it obviously was working just fine. I do not. I traded the Slide Fire stock to Christopher for the Pez dispenser. Then the next thing, I don't remember if I talked about it or showed it. Oh yeah, I did, because Gunwild said, I can get those on eBay for a lot less. And he made me feel bad. I cried. I had to go to my safe space. Then I found some midget porn, punched a munchkin, and felt better. I showed you this M-Tech. And the one that I had purchased, I sent to, I mean, let's not sugarcoat it, I sold it to Joey. Joey could not purchase one of these in New York, Kazakhstan, or behind enemy lines. So I took the one that I had purchased for myself and sent it to Joey, and then ordered another one. This one's kind of cool because it's got the flat dark earth. I ordered another one, glass breaker, seatbelt cutter, and credit card got charged. The knife never showed up. I mean, weeks go by. And I get a thing from YouTube asking me. I found that a lot of my knives, now that it's all in the wrist if you just do it. Who the fuck cares about spring assist and, oh, if you got this, can't have it in California or New York. Well, yeah, how much faster is it than that? Amazon sends me a thing saying, could you please rate these products? And I was kind of behind on a few, so I'm like going down it, and it's like I get to this one, I'm just like, rate it. I never even got it. I mean, I gave it a 0 or a 1, whatever, 1 star. I mean, that's the lowest you can go. 1 star. It was all I put in there is like, never received the item. Well, evidently, when that happens, these companies get notified. So, this isn't a negative thing, trust me. I highly recommend them. Shit happens. We all have had problems. Good companies, sometimes shit slips through the cracks. It's a Knife Head Jack on Amazon. If you're looking at knives and you see Knife Head Jack, I just want it known that I put that in there. They must have gotten notified that I wasn't happy. They emailed me and they're like, we're sorry, this got missed. We've already reimbursed your credit card, which they did. And would you please change the review? We don't want to have a 1 star. And I emailed them back. I'm like, absolutely. I said, you know, I didn't get my money back, but I said the bottom line is I don't know why you sent me my money back. Just send me all I wanted was the knife. All I wanted was the knife. 4 days later, I got that package in the mail. They reimbursed my money, and they sent me what I think is, I mean, it's not the one that I originally wanted, but it's the one I had considered getting. I think Jim, the horny one himself, got this one. They sent me this, and I can't remember what the name of this one is, and the label is actually missing from it. But this one is called the Watchtower. And it's, again, they're just cheap-ass knives, the kind of thing you could, you know, throw in the glove compartment of your truck or just med kit or beat up or whatever. What I thought was kind of cool about this one is this one actually has the glass breaker like that one has. This one has a flip-over seatbelt cutter, and it has a flashlight, and it actually works. So you can, you know, you can have aim the flat, use this to like have the flashlight aim somewhere. You just turn the bezel a little bit, flip to the side. I mean, gun wild. I mean, you already know. I mean, they're just I'm gonna do a review on ebomey for them before they shut me down over there. I mean, I won't show someone how to build a knife. I'll just show them how to open a knife. But you know, for just a beater knife, I mean, they're really cheap. This one I like more. I mean, this was the one that I originally wanted, and they upgraded me in a color. So I just throwing it out there. If you're looking on Amazon or wherever they may show up, that knife head jack, awesome. I mean, like I said, I was just like, dude, I just wanted the knife. You didn't have to give me my money back. I mean, I don't understand what happened where they have this go, well, we'll just reimburse your money. Well, really? Did you go out of business? Did you stop getting knives from China? I mean, whoa, why didn't you just shoot me the knife? I mean, send me an email saying, oh, slip through the cracks, we'll get a knife out to you. But they reimbursed me and then sent me 2 knives. So that right there speaks volumes about a company. So, okay, Mr. Holster. Oh yeah, I guess does it mix? Well, I can honestly say this one is a hell yes. I thought this. The first time I reviewed it, I'm not even sure what I gave it. The last time, I don't know if my palate was off or what, but I just wasn't overly impressed. But the other night, these went really good with pizza. I had 2 of them. These, let them warm up a little bit. They've got the wood that they're in has kind of a distinct flavor. Some may like it, some may not. But combining the 2 of these together, granted, I mean, who knows if you can find one of these, let alone both these, but if you do, I like them mixed better than I like them on their own. So, yes, it does mix. Okay, guys, if I remember, I'll also put links to the brew channel over at the Gun Tube and the ebomey channel at the Gun Tube, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try to find as many of you people as possible. We need to build that over there. Cheers, and I'm pretty sure the intro picture pretty much speaks volumes as to what I think of YouTube.